Well, folks, the GPS mod, it's here. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to your Mod Hub update for Farming Simulator 19. Well, we've got 7 brand new mods, 5 mod updates. 2 of the brand new mods are PC exclusive, of course, but we also have, well, 5 other ones that are just for everybody. So let's start with those. We'll dive right in. And over here, well, we've got the Ponsse Buffalo Duel. Wow, it's a whole bunch of other equipment with it. We've got the Fliegl VFW 18,000. We've also got the Valzelli Multiwheels 250. And down over here, we have the Metsjö MetaMid. I think I pronounced that right. Also, we have one more placeable, folding doors over at the far end. And lastly, guys, well, not lastly, but last not least, we have the new Welcome to This Is Ireland map has been released as well. Let's start over here with the Ponsse Buffalo Duel. Now, of course, this is a piece of forestry equipment. It comes with a few different options, and it's fully color changeable. As you can see, we've gone with orange. You can change, well, the accent color up top and the rim colors there. You have your standard different wheel options for this, as you'd expect with all your forestry equipment, including chains. Up on front, you've got an option to have a blade, and you also have an option to have this kind of brush bar up on top here. Looks kind of cool. No other real options, no engine changes or anything like that. However, it does come with, well, the pack itself comes with all the equipment you can see back here. Now, I'm not going to pretend I know exactly which ones are which in this. I don't know what the names of them are. There is, what is there, 6 different pieces of equipment, I think? So there's quite a few different options here. Now, what this allows you to do is essentially turn that piece of equipment, that apparatus, into any of the other apparatus that you have available. So you can just buy one and kind of mix and match as you see fit. You can go with the log carrier, you can go with a delimber, you can go with anything that wants to do anything. And now, these are all fully color changeable. Well, parts, I guess. Yeah, they're not huge color changes, as you can see just the tips over here on these carriers. These pieces of equipment, these grapples, they're a little bit different, obviously. They're a little bit more options. Same with the delimber here. It's got some options as well. But anyways, there's quite a few different options here. I'll just double check into the store here. We'll go take a look at prices quickly. So that base price is the same as the Clam Monk at $221,000. Of course, like I said, you have your different coloring options for rims and for your main colors. All your standard lizard colorings apply. Wheels, of course, you have quite a few options there. Kind of what you'd expect to see for any piece of forestry equipment now. And then if we scooch on down to the blade and grill, you can see we have a couple different options here. Just one or the other, or both. So you have the full option. You're looking around $226,000 with all those selected. And you know what? There's not a lot. Another $8,000 if you go with some chains. So you have your quite a few set of options here. You're going to be just shy of $230,000. Let's go take a look at the implements. And each one of these, well, they're only $2,000. So they're relatively cheap. And like I said, each one of them has the option of changing color. So you can see we've got a couple options there. Get back from the Xylor. But there's 6 different implements that are included with this. And yeah, you can go with any one that you possibly might need. The only one that really has any options, I believe, is it the front bunk? No, the back bunk has an option of attaching a remover, or the attacher type. So you do have an option with that. The rest of them, they are what you see. You just have an option to change the colors. That is it. That is all. That there is the Ponsse Buffalo Duel. And next up, we have the Fliegl VFW 18,000. This is just a fairly straightforward slurry tank, guys. So obviously 18,000 liters is what it holds. It has a price tag of $28,000. Looks pretty good. Not bad at all. It does have a few options as for coloring changes, but not a lot. You can see the rims have been changed colors here. We have some different wheels on this, some bigger Michelins. They look pretty good. I think there's a wides actually as well. And, well, the decals, we could change the color of those. And yeah, that's about it. There's not a huge amount of different configurations. Some dynamic hoses it has. It's just a very straightforward slurry tender. There you go. That's the Fliegl VFW 18,000. And moving on with our slurry tank area, we have the Valzelli slurry tank, I guess, multi-wheels 250. Now a triple axle slurry tank, not bad. So this is this sells for the base price is $51,000. It has a capacity of up to 25,000 liters, so it's a little bit bigger. It does look nice. I like this arm up goes off the side here. That looks great. Looks a little bit different than everything else we've got. Now, you have quite a few options as far as colorings go as well. Rims, the frame here can be changed coloring. Same with all the decals as well on this one here. You see we've got just the straight black off this one versus the blue over there. The menu is a little bit odd for this, but it's not too bad. Now, one of the other options you do have on this is the rear connection point. Now, there's 3 different options on this. There's one that's just a standard sprayer. There's a 3-point connection, and then a specialty connection is what I'm calling it. Let me go grab a tractor and let me just show you what I'm talking about here. So over on this unit here, we have the traditional 3-point connection, which allows us to connect pretty much any of the in-game various injectors and cultivators, such as this Samson we have right here. Now, that's great, but this pack also comes with its own proprietary injector. It's a plow, a cultivator injector combo unit kind of thing here. Also, it's color changeable, just in case you're wondering. Now, in order to connect this, you cannot use that 3-point hitch. You need to use something special, and this is what the connector looks like. So it's an open connection point. There's also a whole other one that does just a sprayer off the back of it. But just be aware, if you put a 3-point hitch on this one, 3-point hitch connection, like we have over here, this in-game, or the one that came with the pack, will not work, and you will be stuck. It will not connect to it. So you'll need to go with the specialty one. Let's go take a look in the store just so we can quickly show that off and describe it a bit better. So like I was saying, the pump plate is the standard, the base, and that's just a standard sprayer. Like you said, you also have the option to go with the, 2-point hydraulic. I thought it was a 3-point. It's only a 2-point hydraulic. Disregard what I said earlier. Regardless of which, that's what will be used to haul your standard injectors and cultivators. However, if you want to go with the in-game one, the support for tool injector is the one you're looking for. And I mean, it just looks very similar. It just doesn't have any kind of connection points. So make sure you select that one if you end up going with the in-game one. Just to be aware. And the last mod that's available for all platforms is the folding door. It's just a simple gate, guys. I don't have much else we could say about it. You can't change colors. It's just a placeable object that folds open and closed. There it goes. That's it. That's all. And now moving on to our PC mods. Well, we have the Metsjö MetaMid. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's what we have. It's a simple tipper type trailer. It comes in 2 different variants. We have the regular, which is the small, I guess, and the extended. Base price for this is $11,800, 6,000 liter capacity, 11,500 liter capacity. Not a lot of options. You don't have any coloring options. It's going to come in this red with the yellow tarp. That's the only options you have there. You do have options for adding a toolbox, mud guards, some higher sides, or different tires. That's about it. The other nice thing is, well, it does have a hitch off the back, which is kind of standard for this size of trailer. So you can take that hitch off if you don't want it, but I'd say leave it on just so you have the option of doing it. And then you can tow them in like a B-train type fashion. There you go, guys. So that there is the Metsjö MetaMid. And our last mod is the guidance steering mod. I know everyone's been waiting on this one. This is still for PC and Mac only. However, it is still pretty fantastic. Let's take a look at this one. So to begin with, you're going to need to purchase your piece of equipment and enable the guidance steering, or purchase the guidance steering is probably better put. So to do so, when you're looking at your piece of equipment, bring up the John Deere here, you'll want global positioning system activated. If you don't buy it, this extra $15,000 hit, you're not going to have access to it. Just be aware of that. So once you buy it, now you're going to see on the right hand side of my menu screen there, I've got 3 new icons. I've got the top one is distance to headland, the second one is GPS enabled, and the bottom one is the degree in which I'm facing the field. So currently I'm facing 176 degrees. I'm just going to reset that so I'm hitting 0, just to make life a little bit simpler. Which way would be 0? Did I already pass it? No, this is 0 right here. So that's 0 degrees, roughly right there. Now, right, so now to enable your GPS, you start off Alt-C. And now you can see that my little satellite icon has bumped on to green. It means I do have connection. It's turned on. Now you can go into your menu with Control-S, and that brings up your menu system for your guidance system. Now, there's quite a few different options in here, and I suggest you go through the README file if you really want to dive into this. But there are quite a few different options here. So from show lines to enabling the guidance itself, headland mode, your offsets, depending on what type of equipment you're running. Now, it usually does it all automatically. You can just do auto width, invert offset if you want to do an offset. And then if you go into your options, you can change 2 different options. Now, this may increase. I think we're going to see some other options here for line strategy at some point. I think we're still in beta. I could see us seeing some other options here. But currently, we only have 2 line methods. So A+ heading, this will basically allow you to set a certain degree, so we can look down into what the degree of angle was on our right hand side there and set that. with the degree of A, or A plus heading. If we just go A to B from here, this one's actually kind of easy because we could say, okay, we're going to set A is right where we're at. So if I set this here as A where I'm at right now, let's see if I can do this correctly. Perfect, we have to drive 50 meters. Okay, so we've set A. If we drive 15 meters roughly, and now I set it again, we'll stop here. There. So I've set that as B now. I hit Alt E. So A and then that's B. Now it's saying that's the degree of angle I want to drive at. And from here, I can just hit Alt X. I've locked in. And now, if I drop my plow, unfold first. There we go. I'm going to just be able to drive now. I'm not steering. It's just locked into place, and it's going to hold this trajectory for me. Now, I can turn off this, but as long as I hit Alt X again, it's going to automatically put me back on track. And if I want to spin around, let's stop for a sec here. We'll turn right around, lift that plow up. And you can see how the lines are realigning. Now, if I want to go back in this direction and get nice and set up, I hit Alt X once again. You're going to see that line's going to go green. The tractor's going to try to realign itself to that last path that I made. And there you go. Now it's set back up again, and we're good to go. And we can do our whole field like that. Now, like I said, you could also do this with the set degree mode. You just have to know what degree you want to turn at. A to B tends to work pretty good for me from what I've seen. Spin this back around again. We'll hit Alt X. And drop that plow, and there she goes again. So it's ready to go, and it takes care of the steering for you now. Like I said, you can steer at any time, take you off this track. All you have to do is hit Alt X, and it'll put you back onto guided steering mode, and you're good to go. You just have to do the corners yourself once you're at the end of your fields. Cool. So that there is the basics to guided steering. We may do some more on this at some point in the near future, guys, but this is a very useful mod just to kind of get your fields set up. Alt X. Oh, I'm going the wrong one. Let's see if we can get him set up on the right one here. There he goes. Perfect. Cool. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for all the new mods. Let's go quickly talk about what's being updated. What mods are being updated for Farm Sim. So like I said earlier, we do have 5 mods that have been updated. First off, the John Deere 8350 now is fixed turning on seeder combinations. The Case IH Quad Track series now has fixed German translations. The Joska Tornado 3, that there's a manure spreader. It has new dirt and wear maps, added hydraulic and air hoses, and updated air consuming, whatever that exactly means, but we have updates to that. The Krone Easy Cut F, new DSC version elevated, new store icons, configured text fixed, a couple different options there obviously that have been updated. And lastly, Ungachim, fixed alerts and log, trigger enlarged at the barn, helper collision at streets has been removed, water trigger installed next to the mill, various other optical details, and as of course, there's been some updates for seasons for the map. So folks, there you have it. That is your Mod Hub update. Let me know in the comments, are you going to be using the GPS mod? I'm definitely going to be using this. This one's good. This is a lot better than I think the one we had before. I do enjoy the way this one works. Looks good to me. I'll definitely be using this. Fantastic. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will catch you next time. This is Klutch. Over and out.